What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys is Team and Scheme Series Part 20. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn post notifications on. So first and foremost, we are in the Steelers offensive playbook. Again, we're in the Steelers offensive playbook. Now, if this is your first time checking out my series that I'm doing, this series is essentially showing, I'm gonna showcase all 32 teams, and I'm gonna show you which scheme that I like with that specific team without reusing the same scheme. So for example, if I use trips tight end with like the Chiefs, I'm not gonna use trips tight end with the Steelers, if that makes sense. So that's how this series is gonna go, because I want you guys to be able to play with all these different teams, and want you guys to actually be able to win games. So I'm gonna show you the schemes that I believe will give you the best chance of winning for offensively, I should say. So just wanted to give a quick summary of that. Now, one thing I do want to say is I did have a sub bring it to my attention that I was having audio issues where my background music was a lot louder than my audio. If I actually saw I scooted my mic closer to me, so that may have fixed it. If not, please let me know in the comments if my background music is too loud. I want to find a good balance for you guys. So without further ado, man, let's hop right into this video. So as far as personnel goes, it really doesn't matter. Now, I personally put in Dwayne Haskins, RP Dwayne Haskins, man. So I put him in for this specific scheme. Now, I do like having a mobile quarterback. Well, he's not mobile, but he's he's quicker than Ben, but I would realistically use Ben for this scheme, just because Ben's gonna get a lot better throwing animations. But RP Dwayne Haskins, so I had to put my guy in there, man. Now obviously it doesn't really matter where your other three receivers are. You just want to have your three best receivers. It's not really a preference on the specific spot. Now, you guys will see how I do my audibles and plays I want to go over, but in this showcase type of play, I just want to show you guys this shot fade cross. And what we're going to do is come out in dollar. And you guys know I love to put in garbage D-line so I can have time to throw. I love putting in athletic safeties at linebacker just to give you guys better realistic to what you're going to see online. And of course, we do have speed all around. That's why I primarily use the Packers to practice and show you guys, because they are the best defensive team on the game. That's why I like to use them. So what we're going to do is back the ball up, and I'm going to go over this. Now, when I run this play, I like to have my crosser to the short side of the field, so that way it can go to the widest side, if that makes sense. So we'll have more room for that crosser to clear. So what I'm talking about is circle. Now, it's not a necessity. No, it's not a necessity. It's just how I like to do it. Now, there's a couple setups I like. If it's not cover two, one thing I like to do is actually just either motion this guy out and snap the ball, or I'll take X, I put him on a drag. I like to do a double drag concept, or I'll take X and actually put him on a curl route. I'll take triangle, put him on a zig, and I'll take my running back and put him on a swing. I really love this concept too, because you want to be able to read between X and circle. So you have two options here. Either you can motion this guy out like this and snap the ball, or you can motion square out and snap the ball. Now, I love this scheme because we're going to be able to attack the sidelines a whole lot with this scheme, and I'll talk about that when I show gameplay here in a few minutes. So I'm gonna just take him, motion him out. Now, I should have spotted that guy so I can have a little time in the pocket, but look at X, and then what you want to do is look at circle. So that's how you want to make that read. So you want to make that high low. It all depends on where the user is, which hook curl he's on, because almost no user is going to use their safety on tight doubles, because there's just too much you can do, and then they're going to have to be responsible for deep. So essentially, if this is your user right here, with this hook curl, you can tell obviously the read we're making the 1-2 between those two guys. Now, if this is the user right here on this hook curl, then essentially what you're reading is this high low. So he's pretty much always going to take this route right here. So what you'd want to do if he uses him, either you have two options. You can playmaker this guy inside. That's one thing I love to do right here, is playmaker him, or you can drift this way in the pocket and you can actually grab this guy and playmaker him like up or something like that. So that's what I could do if they use it the other side. Now, other setups that I do love too, which I'm going to show you how we can actually bomb cover two in a second. But one thing I like to do too is take triangle, put him on a streak. I'll take square, put him on a slant. And then I'll actually take X and actually put him on a drag. And I'll take my running back, put him on a swing route. And I'll motion this slant out. So this is another setup that I love too. And it's going to be good for the user who likes to use it on the left side of the field, because what we'll do is be able to hit that slant right there in that window. And especially if there's zone drop and that slant's going to be wide open. But that's another one of my favorite setups right there. Now, one thing I do want to show you, like I said, is versus cover two really quick, and then we'll probably hop into gameplay. I may show you man covers and we'll hop right into gameplay, but the setup I just gave you is perfect versus it. But anyways, if they play cover two, you want to take triangle, put them on a streak. I like to take X and either put them on a drag, and then I take my running back, put them on a check and release, or excuse me, a curl route. This is actually one of my favorite setups too, and Jesus Christ, excuse me, I had to burp. But I'll take this guy, motion him out, and what you're looking for is square. So kind of watch square. So you want to wait for him to get past that cornerback, and you want to throw like an outside pass lead. Now right there, I got a terrible animation, but normally you're gonna get a lot better animation than that. Now if they're zone dropping, you really just want to wait for this guy to clear past the cornerback. So if you can imagine this cornerback still dropping, you know, some people might drop to about the, you know, 25 yards. So that might be to about the 40 right here when you want to wait. Now, what's good is that this streak is actually going to hold this safety. Now, sometimes if they're zone dropping it correctly, or sometimes you can have this throw right here. I just don't ever make that throw, but you technically can have it. Let me see if I can give you a good example of throwing that throw real quick. And then we'll talk about man coverage very quickly, and then we'll get into gameplay. So anyways, this is good. Also, you can run it this way too if you want to. You don't really need a drag to pull down zones, but I love to do it. But that's why I do like this setup right here. So anyways, you don't really need to throw square, but because sometimes you can have triangles right there. I get a terrible pass lead. Didn't mean to do that, but there are ways to get that route open per se, because all you need to do is actually just move 31 out the way. And I believe the best way to move him out the way, actually I just want to do some labbing real quick. I believe this should move him back. So let's take triangle, put him on a streak. Now you can take X, put him on an out route, and you can smart route his out route. So what that's going to do is actually take that safety out there, and it should widen him out. So let's actually see. So I believe we should be able to split the cover two. Nope, it is split it as much. But anyways, your read on that is square, by the way. I'm just trying out stuff, but your read is going to be square, and which I'll go into replay really quick and just show you that square is going to be open. Then we'll talk about man coverage, then we'll get to gameplay. I just wanted to see if you could have triangle. I never throw triangle. I always look at square on this read. So what I look at versus cover two, if I feel like they're playing it, I like to take X, like I said, put him on a drag, and you're going to read that drag to this combo right here. You're going to read that little combo. Now if the user is for some reason super aggressive, that's why I put the curl route by the running back right here, and he'll sit in a nice spot. But anyways, you guys can tell, you can just throw that on the outside pass lead. I was kind of just testing out different things, see if we can get other stuff open down the field, but essentially that's how you want to do it. Now I believe we actually can bomb cover three. If I'm not mistaken, we might be able to do it out of this. So nah, you know, I don't even want to test that. So last thing I want to talk about is man coverage, because this video is already getting a little too long for my liking. So let's go and press everybody. So my favorite man coverage setup out of this particular play is actually just take a triangle. I like to put him on a slant, and then of course take an X, put him on a drag, and I like to just take my running back a lot of times, put him on an option route. Check what triangle R1 and L2 for option route, and then that's going to make him do a little out route, and then we'll take this guy out here and motion him across. So basically you're going to read the slant to circle combo. Notice how a lot of times you're going to have a lot of bumpage because we have a lot going on, and you're going to be able to hit the easy read. But anyways, let's go on and dive right into this gameplay. So here we go. You see we are matched up against the 49ers, and the 49ers, like I said, is a tough matchup because their D-line goes crazy, as you guys know, and they actually do have speed on defense. You guys know they have my boy Timor, they got Jimmy Ward's okay, he's like 89 speed, but they also got I forgot his name, Jason Verrett. He's really fast at corner, so they have a lot of speed, man, and they do have two great defensive linemen, as you guys know, so going against them is always a problem. So right here you guys can tell it's a setup that I showed you at first. So we're gonna take that guy and motion him out, and we're really making a simple read between triangle and circle right there. So we got unfortunate, under pressure, and accurate. Now the only thing I hate sometimes about Madden is that if you have a bad quarterback, at least on current gen, I can only speak on current gen, I'm sure it's the same way on next gen, but if you guys have a bad quarterback, then it makes it really hard to run a passing style scheme because they just give them literally the worst animations possible. They get under pressure and accuracy almost every other throw, so it's actually a challenge. That's why I like doing this, you know, little series, because it's a challenge for sure, you know, because I know some people will just sit there and load up with, you know, the Chiefs, or just load up with, you know, the Packers, you know, they'll load up with the Chargers, you know, so they'll load up with all these teams that have really great quarterbacks. That's why this challenge is a lot, you know, I really like it because it really gives me a challenge, because you know, playing with bad teams, you can't afford to make any bad reads, really. That's the way it works. You really can't afford to turn the ball over, because you really need to be capitalized on offense, because a lot of times the bad defense is what's going to get you. You can have speed out there, but if you have bad defense, like you don't have any defensive line, you don't have any fast, some teams don't have fast secondaries. I believe teams like, who was it that had just an extra slow? I don't remember anymore, but there's a team that have extra slow DBs and stuff like that. So I know the Giants do it. They don't really have fast DBs like that. But anyways, watch this right here. So this is just an anticipation throw. So the way that route works out of flood is that corner route is a man beating corner route. So anytime you smart route that route, they're going to get it just almost like a super win on the break, just because of how long that route's ran. Something that I learned at least playing this game. So right there we get a nice dot. So our opponent did go down and score. So now I guess he's going to be showing us some 3-4 odd right here, show blitz, which is actually kind of annoying to deal with, just especially if they run it good. So if they're mixing it up between blitzing and not blitzing, then it's really nice. So right here I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. So basically I'm gonna do a backside flood concept. So we're gonna have a backside post with the with X right there as a look down, but we noticed that he did blitz the flat, so we are gonna go check the ball down right there. So yeah, man, tight doubles, you know, it's actually really fun to run, to be real, because you have the ability to block 7 if you want. Now you can technically block 8, but I would never advise you to block 8. Like, please do not block 8. I don't care what happens, what you think they're doing. Blocking 8 to me is almost never the answer, to be honest, because you'll be fine blocking 7 most of the time. So right there, that's why, because if they try to zone blitz, the setups that I give you are going to be able to attack every area of the field. That's why I like giving you guys these setups, because they're not just, you know, oh, if they play cover 3, run this. If they play cover 2, run that. It's not really that. It's everything I give you guys, it's just in case they blitz too, then you can have a quick read, because I like to have something quick across the middle, and I like to have something deeper developing down the field that's not a bomb play. Oh, my nose is a little stocked up. I apologize. I don't know why I woke up and my nose is just all stocked up today, man. I actually had sleep paralysis too, because it's actually pretty early. It's not early. I mean, it's 9. What time is it? 9:15 now. So, I mean, 9:15 a.m. I should say. So it's not early, but I like to normally wake up around 8. I try to get out of bed about 8, 9. So I literally just got out of bed, brushed my teeth, all that stuff. So I got like a routine I do in the morning: brush my teeth, wash my face, make my bed, you know, put on deodorant, put on lotion. That's, you know, that's my routine, because I grew up with a dad. So like my dad was like a drill sergeant type of dad, so he did not play about, you know, he didn't play about cleaning, and he didn't play about messing up my daily routine. So it was like every day you wake up, you had to do this, you know. So that's how I kind of was raised. So right there, I know you can say he got bailed, but he did have Fred Warner, who does have lurker, I believe Fred Warner does have. So I don't know, he probably should have got that. I think it did take a bad angle though, but we got blessed. I'm not gonna say we didn't get blessed. We got blessed right there. So, you know, right there, I guess you could say it was, you know, he basically got blessed right there too, because for some reason they just did not let me throw the ball. Now, if you use this with the Steelers, like this scheme, or whatever team you play with, not whatever team, but whatever scheme you use with the Steelers, one thing I noticed about Dwayne Haskins, he actually takes a long time to throw the ball. Like, to me, some throws I just couldn't make because I didn't have time. Because his throwing animation is really slow, which is, you know, it's unfortunate. But I wonder if they're going to put him in the next Madden. I don't think so, though. But I hope they do. Because if they do, I really want to play with him again. Just because it was really sad what happened to him. So if you guys don't know what happened to Dwayne Haskins, which I'm pretty sure most of you probably do know. But if you, for some reason, don't know what happened, he actually got hit by a car. So what I actually read an article on it, and they said that he was walking down the street. I think he just came from Waffle House, they said, and he was drunk. And he had somebody with him who was walking with him, and I'm assuming they was drunk too, because obviously they should have just been able to move him out the way or something if they were sober. But I don't know the full details behind that. But they say he was drunk and he kind of walked into the road, and then that's when a car hit him as soon as he walked into the road. So really sad situation, man. Because I was actually really excited to see him battle for the starting spot for the Steelers. And the main reason too is because, you know, if he started quarterback for the Steelers, then they'll actually boost his stats some, and I'll be able to play with him on Madden. Just because it feels like he just doesn't get great animations right there. Any other quarterback who's somewhat good would have just got that throw there easily. But they just don't give him good animations, man. But yeah, it made me sad reading that though, man, because you know, Dwayne Haskins, I didn't really know nothing about him, but I mean, it's sad when anybody dies like that, you know. But anyway, right here we got 2nd and 10. Now we just trying to get in the end zone. Any points right here is good points, even if I get 3, you know, because it is about to be halftime, so all I have to do is get a stop. Now right here I was hoping I could have X, but the route stopped. Now I could have threw square, but look what they gave him. Like I said, Dwayne Haskins, they just don't give him good animations like that, and it's crazy to me because any other quarterback would have actually got that pass there. Now I was expecting to catch the ball, get tackled, so the clock can keep running, because I didn't want to just roll out of bounds. I didn't want to throw the ball out of bounds to stop the clock, but end up paying the price for it. But we do end up getting the ball right back, which is actually really good for us. So we essentially got what we wanted, because that's all I wanted to do was just be able to have one more play that I can kind of look for the end zone. If I didn't get it, I'll take a field goal. So it worked out really great anyways that we got a field goal out of that. So we are up, but he did end up scoring on his first drive. So now we do have the ball back, and that's the bad thing, you know. One thing I learned about Madden too, if you're playing with a bad team or not like a really good team, you can't afford to play around at all. Like, you can't like try to practice new things, new setups, you know, new defenses, because man, my God, you know. But don't worry, man, I got full gameplay coming for you guys soon, so you guys can see, because sometimes I have a problem. All right. I'm gonna talk about it in my next few videos too, but I have a problem with just kind of playing around, because like, but the bad thing, Madden doesn't reward you for like playing around, you know, obviously, but it's like you have to like treat this game almost like a tournament every time you play. Like, you have to treat this game like $100,000 tournament every single time you play. And to me, it's crazy. Like I said, you can't just like, if you're beating somebody, let's say for example like 17-7 or 17-0, it's like, okay, in your mind you'd be like, all right, bet I pretty much won this game, I'm about to just start trying stuff, you know, see how this works, see how that works. It's like they just start giving them the best animations possible when that happens. Now right there I was actually looking at circle. I know you guys are going to say Rail X was wide open, but I was looking at circle. If you go back and look, he actually got like, the cornerback got like a little weird thing that happened where he kind of got pushed behind the receiver, and I was wondering if Dwayne Haskins could make that throw, but I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna chance it. So by the time I looked at X, it was not open. And I don't know, you guys can go back and look too. So they said I was you know, they said I crossed the line of scrimmage, which I think that's BS, because I was on the 50-yard line when that happened, and it did not look like I crossed the line to me. But right here is that setup I was telling you guys about, where you make the user choose, and just unfortunately just get the worst animation possible right there. So we should have been 3rd and short right here, but we get 3rd and 15, and that's just one of the things you have to worry about by using a bad team. Like I said, it's just that you just won't get those animations. Like, if I was playing with any other team that was halfway decent, then I would have got that great animation. And it's really just the quarterback, honestly. That's really the only thing that makes a difference. So right here, I'm actually just making a read between circle and triangle, just seeing. But I noticed his user thought he was going to break on a post. And just look at Deontay Johnson, man. So right here, we try to get a little stick. I try to go back outside, and I just get absolutely leveled by, I don't even know who that is, Williams. I believe that's Quan Williams, who is a cornerback, I'm pretty sure. Now, I could be wrong, let me know. But I believe Quan Williams is a cornerback. And I just got absolutely leveled by a cornerback. You know, so it's crazy things like that happen. That's Deontay Johnson, you know, the best receiver for the Steelers, you know, hands down. So anyways, we end up battling back. So he does score, I should say. So now we have to battle back. So we're not playing a bad game. We're 11 for 15, I believe 267 it said. So we're playing great football, honestly. Now the thing about tight doubles is you can use this scheme with any 3 great receivers, but it really helps to have a great quarterback. So anyways, first I want to say is that I really love this concept right here. It's a zone spacing concept, but if they play man coverage or match, a lot of times it could be a little hard to see a read. But I don't believe he plays stock cover 3 right there. I believe he actually did a little custom cover 3 because the reads that normally open versus cover 3 with that setup just wasn't there. But anyways, as you guys can tell, I really love this play right here, because we can have we had circle and we had X, but I was looking at the tight end, I figured it'd be an easy throw. But of course, EA does not bless your boy with the animations. They just don't, man. EA don't mess with me sometimes, man, but it's cool. Also, I really can't wait to show you guys this website, man. So for those of you guys that didn't see the video when I kind of hinted at it, I actually have a website built already. So it's gonna be an ebook website, but it's not gonna be your same general ebook websites that you see around in the Madden community. It's actually gonna be a whole lot more than that, and it's gonna be, everybody's gonna be able to make money off of it, which is gonna be really good, actually. So yes, so like literally anybody can make money off of it. So I've been trying not to say too much, but essentially what it is, if you guys are familiar with affiliate marketing, that's what it is on my website. So that way, if somebody buys an ebook using your link that you have, then you'll actually earn a percentage of what they spend on my ebook. Now, that's with anything that I sell on my website, you know. So I have ebooks available, I have tournaments, I have money CFL leagues, I have MUT tournaments, I have merch on my website. And then also, I'm reaching out to different content creators to see if they want to actually, you know, partner up, because it's not your typical team. You know how some people get on the websites and they're like, oh, this is, you know, this is our team, you know, this is who our team members are, you know, like we're like a little, you know how they do it, where like, you know, that's what I'm saying, like they try to do it like a team. But see me, my website is different from everybody else's because anybody can join. It's not so much of a team, it's just a community. You know, we're all a community, so it's all about promote. Like my website will promote everybody's right there. I just make a terrible read. I had the flats wide open, just making a terrible read. But anyways, with my website, it's more so just trying to get the community together, and so it's not so much of a team and individualized. It's more of, hey, you know, if you have a website and you're trying to promote your website, come over here and I'll promote it for you. You know, like I'll put you a spot on my website that's gonna promote it for you. That's how it works, because like I said, I want everybody to be able to make money. I want everybody to be able to, you know, I want everybody to be able to come together in one place and be able to find everything they need in Madden, literally in one place. That's the whole idea of it, and that's the whole message behind it. Whatever you want. So like I said, for example, you know how, let's say like maybe Civil has his own website, let's say maybe like Throne has his own website, and so what it's gonna do is I'm gonna be the big old middleman that will bring you to any top content creator that makes that has a website essentially, or an ebook. So that's kind of the philosophy behind it. Like I said, that's just a rough little estimate. Not estimate, that's just a rough little just talk about it, like just a rough, like, why can't I get my words together? I can't get my words together. You know what I'm trying to say though. It's basically how it's gonna work on Madden, pretty much. Like, I can't get my words together, but anyways, I'll talk about that more whenever I'm ready. But like I said, it's still in the testing phases right now. I'm testing everything out, and I'm actually just making sure the payments go through how they're supposed to. That's what I'm currently doing. So hopefully in about the next week or two, I should be able to just actually be able to present it to you guys, let you guys look at it and see it, because I'll probably put like a little snippet of it in the video, and I'll probably make like a little 6 to 10 second ad basically on it. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Actually, I'm thinking out loud actually right now, because I actually haven't done it yet. So I'm thinking about just doing like a showcase video where I talk about it for about, you know, 5 to 6 minutes as a showcase, and then after that I'll mention in all my videos, but it'd be like a 10-second little ad basically summing up the whole website in 10 minutes. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, man. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, let me know. And also there is like a little reward system on my website too. So if you make purchases, you'll get points, and then you can use those points to redeem for like coupons to actually make ebooks a whole lot cheaper. And it doesn't matter whose ebook it is. That's the whole philosophy on that, as I just throw up a duck just because. But anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video though. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I don't know if you guys want to see the little you know, little in-game stuff. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.